Our old friend, former Congresswoman Michele Bachmann, a Republican from Minnesota, has resurfaced. She appeared on this program called, let me see if I can say this without throwing up in my mouth, Foundations of Freedom, and it's hosted by pseudo-historian and all-around religious nut David Barton. The topic on this particular day was, quote, the Bible, competition, and choice. And in this segment, I mean, it's very hard to really figure out what the hell is going on this show. But they seem to be talking about the compatibility between Christianity and competition of different types. And Michele Bachmann came up with the idea that a biblical basis for society is the key to happiness, and she ties that into competition. I want your help, and by yours, I mean Lewis's and the audience's help, in figuring out what on earth she's talking about here.
The ideas, so get into competition. That is a big thing that has to be done.
Yeah, it's kind of like you could summarize it by saying get a brain.
I mean,
that's kind of what it is.
Right.
Get a brain and figure, don't you want to live better? Don't you want to be more prosperous? Don't you want to be happier? Don't you want to be free? Don't you want poor people to do well? Don't you want to love your neighbor?
Yeah.
If you want all those things, David, you would embrace competition with both arms, and you'd want a biblical basis for your society, just like the Pilgrims, through their example, gave us, that they embraced for us, just like George Washington and the founders, when they dedicated this nation to God at the inauguration, the very first seconds of life.
For people who claim to like competition, these right-wing Christians sure seem to hate competition to their religious worldview, right? I mean, only Christianity gets a federal holiday, no real competition there. What about defending religious freedom by making an Islamic holy day an American federal holiday? Oh, no way, that would be crazy. Only Christians get to have their biblical views on science and creation taught in science class in public schools. What about we bring in a Quran for science class? Oh, no way, no. We don't want that kind of competition. Two truly deranged individuals making no sense whatsoever, and the emotional music in the background just adds to the craziness here.
It does. It almost sounds, when they're talking about competition, it sounds like they're talking about free market capitalism competition in a way, which I guess is still a very popular view among right-wing Christians in this country.
The conversation between Bachmann and Barton is sort of the gift that keeps on giving, because I listened to other pieces of it. This is the only piece I played for you. It gets exponentially more insane. The music seems to have an even crazier impact on the entire thing. I don't know who comes up with these right-wing shows, the Day Stars and the Christian Broadcasting Network and this show hosted by David Barton. I mean, it's crazy. But they're produced in a way where if you don't have any critical eye for it, it's hugely influential. I mean, you watch this stuff, it really is produced in a way that it will pull you in and it will make you think this is the path to what I don't know, but it's the path.
Yeah, it's not so much incredible production value.
No.
I guess it's a formula that they use that seems to be very compelling. And I watch it, and don't get me wrong, I'm compelled as well. I'm just not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you're compelled to feel like you need some kind of a chemical shower after it to rid yourself of all the nonsense. Yeah, it's crazy. And there's one idea. I mean, what does it even mean? Christians want competition. I mean, it's nuts.